Last year on this channel, I shared exactly what happened when I self-released music for an entire year. I shared my story, how many tracks I released, how many streams I got, and how much money I made. Another year's passed, and now let's look at year 2. Over the last year, I released more music, but have I got more streams? Have I made more money? Let's find out. Firstly, we're going to look at how much I spent on marketing. So this is a really simple one. Again, I have spent £0 completely on marketing. So all the streams I've received this year are totally organic. However, this is going to change from next year as I'm going to start to allocate around £200 per track for marketing. So make sure you subscribe to see how I did in year 3.
Just a quick one here, guys. So the collab channel for this video, Arcnade Marketing, is a new channel where I'm going to be posting more about my marketing and music. So if this is a topic that interests you, make sure you subscribe to that channel just down below there as well.
So how do I market organically? The main targets are Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, and then recently I've been on Bandcamp and now I'm on Beatport as well. But for this video, I'm going to focus mostly on Spotify as that's where most of my streams have come from. So once I finish a track, I name it, I create the artwork, I then submit it to stores on DistroKid. And then once it's been accepted onto the stores, the first thing I do is pitch my track on Spotify for artists. Now it's worth noting that I do have over 3,500 followers on Spotify. So this naturally pulls me an audience in on my release radar, which pitching gets you on. And then the idea is if you funnel enough streams to your track and your track is good enough, it should hit the algorithm, and then hopefully you can hit more playlists such as Discover Weekly and radio. Then you'll start to get a lot more streams. So the content I create to promote my tracks involve the YouTube videos on this channel. So I do a lot of breakdowns on this channel, and normally I'll do 1 to 2 to 3 videos per release, depending on the content I've got. I'll then also make some short form content, so 3 to 6 short form videos, which I can post on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube shorts. I'll then put like a group link to my track in my YouTube descriptions and in my Instagram, TikTok bios. And then if people want to listen to the track, they can click on that, and then that generates organic streams. Now on top of this, next year, for the paid side of the marketing, I'm planning to use Facebook Ads Manager to promote via Instagram, and then this should generate more streams through that directly. And I'll be experimenting with different types of content for that to see which gets the best click-through rate, which can all be tracked with the Facebook Pixel. And then I'll also be using sites like Submit Hub and paying a small amount of money to submit to different playlists to hopefully get my track on playlists. And that'll generate a certain number of streams as well. And all of these tactics are basically to boost the track in the algorithm, so hopefully it reaches more people organically. But remember, the track needs to be good enough, otherwise it simply won't happen. So now the bit you've probably been waiting for: how many streams am I getting and how much money am I making from these streams? So in 2025, I released 7 tracks officially. I released some remixes as well on SoundCloud, but they don't generate any money, so we won't look at them. So you might remember in 2024, I actually released 12 tracks, so I released a few less than last year. But I also mentioned that none of the tracks I released in 2024 actually took off and hit the Spotify algorithm. They all got like a few thousand streams on average. Has that changed in 2025? Let's look at 3 separate examples of tracks. So let's look at the first track here on the screen. This is called Take My Hand, and you can see it did reasonably well. It's currently on 3,245 streams, and this was released a few months ago. And now let's look at how much money that equates to. So you can see here I made a total of $15.27 from this track. And that's all sites, so that's not just Spotify, but it's got considerably less streams on every other platform. And that's a fairly typical release of mine with 3,500 followers, all organic promotion that doesn't typically hit the algorithm. Now let's look at another track, and this track is called Let Me Be, and this released a few months ago as well. So as you can see, this one has done a little bit better. It's actually reached over 10,000 streams. It's currently on 11,237 streams. So how much money has this made? So this has actually made a total of $45.09. Not bad. So it's worth noting with this tune, I actually made quite a few more tutorials on this. I think I made 3 YouTube videos in total, and then a lot more short form content as well. So this may have helped boost the track. But you can also see on the screen right now that it did get into radio, so it did hit the algorithm a little bit as well. And of course it got in release radar. But then if we look at the overall graph, it hit the algorithm hard and then it kind of just disintegrated into nothing. So now let's look at the third example, and this is the track that did the best last year. And this track is called Fast. And this released a few months ago as well. And currently it's on 65,959 streams. So now let's see how much this one made. So you can see here that this made $264.86. Now we're starting to see that's actually decent. That's a decent amount of money. Doesn't pay the bills, but it's a nice little bonus. Now the weird thing about this track is I don't even think I made a tutorial on it, and it just naturally got that many streams. And the big reason for this, if we look at my phone here, you can see it got into the radio like my last track did, but it got way more streams in that, and then it got into Discover Weekly, and that's where it got a lot of streams. And then it got Your DJ Daylist as well, and it actually got less from the release radar, and you can see it on repeat, things like that. So it must have done something nice to the algorithm to get more plays and to get more streams overall. But then if we look at this graph again, you can see massive spike for the first month or so, and then it just absolutely drops off and it's back down to the same numbers as all my other tracks, which is a little bit disheartening, to be honest. But I guess that's the kind of thing that happens if you're not constantly promoting the tune, and it's not a track that's like completely blown up and got millions of streams. It's just got like 60,000. So it seems that DistroKid have changed how they show stats now, so you can't see that quantity thing like I showed last year, but I can show the stats I got. So it's saying that I got 156,000 streams from all my releases on DistroKid, not including my label releases, which I think is pretty good. And then Apple Music it shows as well, but you can see this is considerably less. And if we look at the graphs now, you can see there's no real spikes in Apple Music, so there's no real way of hitting algorithms for that. I think that's one of the reasons why it's way less popular, because at least Spotify gives you a chance. And then if we look at Spotify here, you can clearly see, so this is around where I released Fast, and then it blew up here, and then you can see another peak here where I released Let Me Be, and then you can see it gradually tapers off and it's like matching what it was before. So it looks like you might constantly need to get these hits and then build those hits up over time. So we'll see next year if anything changes. And I calculated just the 7 releases this year, I got around 100,000 streams in total, and that equates to roughly $500-ish. Unfortunately, there's no way of seeing it on DistroKid's system anymore for some reason that I can see. So how much have I made in the last 2 years just from these self-releases? So on SoundCloud, I'm literally making less than $10 a month, so we're not even going to look at that. It's pretty pointless. It's really only good for me for putting my remixes on there for free download for DJs to grab, and then for putting like my sample pack showcases on there as well. It's really useful for those kind of things. For actual track releases, it just seems to be a lot harder to hit the algorithms, even though I've got over 10,000 followers on there. So let's now look into DistroKid more. So you can see here in the last 2 years, I've made £1,975.47. That includes 12 releases last year, 7 releases this year, and then all my old tracks. So there's like another 10 to 20 tracks that I moved over from my old distribution that are still getting a few streams here and there, and one track in particular is still getting quite a few streams. That doesn't include any of my label releases. That's all on the labels distribution. So we can also break it down by service on the screen here. So let's have a look. So you can see Spotify is clearly making me the most money, coming in at $1,400. Apple Music is considerably less, but the other big one, $318. And then everything else is just like minor. You've got Deezer there, 67, Tidal 4, YouTube 48, and there is another one as well. So you'll see here Beatport is on it now, so $2.78 and $5.81, and that's just because recently, just a few months ago, I've started to put all my tracks on Beatport, and it takes 3 months to show on DistroKid. So I think that's the very first tiny bit of Beatport coming in. So hopefully by next year, that'll be a lot higher. You'll have to check back in next year to see if that's improved and if it's worth paying DistroKid the $7.99, I think it is, per month to have all your tracks on there. So you may be wondering, what's the point? You've only made $2,000 in 2 years. And for me, I just personally love doing it. I love making music. I love making tutorials on YouTube. I do have other income streams as well. So I do have YouTube AdSense. I have sample packs that I sell. I have my academy. And then I do have a day job as well that I work. So this money here is just like a bonus, really. But if you're trying to do this full time, I can totally understand how it can be really, really tough. And I'm interested to see what you guys think in the comments as well. So what are my plans for 2026? So I'm changing switching things up a bit, as I said earlier, with paid promotions, and the plan really is to do 12 releases, so one release every month, and then budget around 200 quid for each release. Continue with the YouTube tutorials, continue with the short form content, and then get playlists pushing as well, and promoting some of the short form content to get direct clicks straight into the tracks and hopefully boost that algorithm. But we'll see how I get on. This is all a bit of an experiment, so make sure you're subscribed to follow this journey as well. Now, if you enjoyed this video and haven't yet watched last year's video, I recommend just going back and having a watch of that, because then you can see like how it all started, how much money I made back then. You can compare it to this year's, and then you might get some ideas as well for your journey.